Today, we're going to talk about one of Therafin's popular products, the Therafin half tray. Therafin half trays come in a variety of sizes and shapes, different materials, padded, unpadded, and today we're going to talk about this specific padded half tray. And this is our trimline version that has the elbow pad mounted to the rear. One of the unique features that you'll find with this tray is that not only does it support the arm and give you comfort, but in a reclined position it actually supports and holds the arm in place. Recently I was in a rehab facility and a gentleman was in a chair in a reclined position and his arms were falling off the arm pads and sometimes they were getting caught in the wheels on the side. What I saw was just a real need for this elbow pad, and so we happened to have a sample with us. We slid it on over the arm pad, positioned the gentleman to where his elbow sat on the actual elbow block, and first of all provided him with comfort. Therapist was thrilled to death with the solution that we provided. One of the things that really makes this tray unique, along with all of our other half trays, is on the bottom side, and that is our height adjustable bracket. One of the things that makes this unique is that based on the arm pad thickness, whether you have a thick pad, a thin pad, sometimes they're a solid molded pad, you can take and adjust this bracket to go on any of those different configurations. And basically on the side here we have different notches where you can change the height even after much wear and tear on the arm pad. If the arm pad compresses, you can actually change the adjustment on the slider and get a firm fit. As well, this slider that goes in, the insert in the adjustable channel, has this ramp and it allows it to flex, so when you slide onto the arm pad you're not tearing up the material. Basically, if you have a solid bracket and you slide it on, you're going to ripple that fabric and eventually it's going to tear and the facility you're selling into is going to be upset. Instead, with this feature here, we ramp on and basically the bracket itself compresses and then easily slides on. So we have a nice firm fit. You know, if you ever have a tray that's sagging way down on the inside, you'll go, oh, okay, well, maybe we need to take and do a minor adjustment. To adjust the bracket, all you have to do is push those two tabs in, slide it out. We're in the third notch. I'm going to go up to the fourth notch, so we're just going to go up one on each side. Important to get it even on both sides. Slide it back in, and then we're going to reinstall on the arm pad. A little bit tighter, good friction fit, but adds a lot of stability. So you've got a really tight fit on the arm pad. It's going to hold up. The individual is going to be able to use the pad and the armrest effectively to support their arm. Really talking about the specifics of the armrest bracket, just to get this in a little bit more detail. On each side you'll see all the notches. You have a lot of different options available. So you can go from an arm pad that's fully loaded with foam to something that's very flat. Some facilities you'll walk into, they will have more of a hardened plastic armrest instead of a upholstered arm, and they can go anywhere from 3/4 of an inch thick all the way up to, I've seen armrests that go to almost an inch thick of the foam on top of a standard chair. So one of the things to be careful of is to make sure that you get the slider in equal on both sides of the notches. So we typically, when you get it in the package, it's going to be set 3 notches up, and that hits the majority of the armrests that are out. We have 3 notches where it normally comes pre-packaged as 3 notches up from the bottom. We're going to try that. 1, 2, 3. It's that one. 1, 2, 3. Slide that in, nice and smooth. It can be a little tight sliding in sometimes, but then you have the ramp sticking through. Then when you go to apply it on the chair, basically you're going right over that. Slide right on the arm, nice and firm, in place. Tip there. So when you purchase one of these, you're going to have your bracket already assembled. You're going to have your slider that has the ramp feature. You're also going to have an instruction, and in the instructions will also be an additional slider. So if you have a heavy user that's leaning a lot on the tray, a larger person who's putting a lot more pressure on it, you can actually nest these together and slide them in the slot. Finally, to help with the flipping mechanism, we have some folks who don't want it to flip quite as easily as it does. So we can, with the provided hook and loop, we can stick that on, and you can actually hold it secure in place with the hook and loop. Just an additional tip that you might find helpful is that occasionally you'll find one of these removable arms actually inserted on the wrong side of the chair. And if you take and look at the pad and how it's attached, you'll notice the outside typically is when the pad sticks to the outside of the tubing. The narrow part is toward the inside or toward the body. I've found many places where they actually have the armrest switched, and then you try to slide on our bracket, and when the bracket goes on, the slot is offset. So if it's on the wrong side, it's not going to work. So it's important to make sure that you have the bracket that lines up. And if you come into a situation where you're on that side, you have like a left-handed tray, and you're trying to slide it on and the slot is not lining up, take a look at your armrest, because very likely the armrests have been switched. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact us. You can look at our website at www.therafin.com or call us and contact our customer service at 800-843-7234. Thank you.